Let's get to the Dolphins and Josh Allen. Tua handed Josh Allen the Bills their first loss. You tweeted before the game that putting Tua in the superstar class was ludicrous.
Yeah.
The Dolphins are 3-0 and now have beaten the Ravens, the Pats, and the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
They also achieved the first ever butt punt. Congratulations to them on that.
Yep.
You've been really low on the Bills and Tua, but you got to admit defeat on one of these sides.
Okay.
Finally.
Hold on. Wait a second. I have not been really low on the Bills. I simply have said
they're overrated.
As proven by yesterday.
Okay.
We'll get to Tua second. Let's get to the Bills first. Because of all the Bills' defensive injuries, there was a path for the Bills to lose, but it to not be an indictment of them, which was the Dolphins just run roughshod over their secondary because both their safeties were out, their top two corners were out. That's not what happened. The Dolphins won this game scoring 21 points. The Dolphins won this game having one substantial play in the second half offensively, the pass to Waddle. The Bills lost for two reasons. One is their offense got stuck in the mud despite gaining all types of yards. They had a 20-play drive that resulted in 3 points. And they followed that up with a 17-play drive that resulted in 0 points. But the other reason the Bills lost this game was they were in situational football. Into the first half, they blow it. Allen almost throws the pick six. He doesn't get the spike off because he fumbles the snap, which he fumbled a snap earlier in the game, led to a short field Dolphins touchdown.
Right.
He throws it outside instead of just throwing it out of bounds, and the half's over. That cost him a chance at 3 points. They had first and goal from the 2. They got stuffed 3 times, and then Josh Allen, who I'm told is the best quarterback in the league, one-hopped an open touchdown pass, which gave the ball back to Miami, which set up the butt punt. Then at the end, they get super lucky that a 4-point game turns into a 2-point game because of the butt punt safety. And they can't even get in field goal range before the clock expires. And that's when Ken Dorsey freaked out. And so here's where I want to talk about the Bills. The Bills have not won a one-score game in 2 years. All of their wins have been blowout fashion. Multiple scores.
Interesting.
So, and what did we see? We saw Josh Allen when it came down to situational football. Screw up a few times. After the game, he's like damn near in tears. Tua's consoling him. You saw Ken Dorsey, their offensive coordinator, throw a tantrum like a child after losing a week 3 game on the road. So the Bills got to learn how to win games where everything's not going perfect, where they're not blowing people out. Here's the other concern with the Bills. Josh Allen's awesome. He can't be 100% of your team. He threw 62 passes. He got sacked 4 times. He ran the ball, or he threw 63 passes. He ran the ball 8 times. That's 75 plays, Josh Allen either ran the ball or threw the ball or dropped back to pass. That's too much. You've got to get some running game a little bit. They had the one run, I think it was Moss, 43 yards. Singletary did nothing. You're going to get him beat up. So that's the concern there. Now to Miami. I have been skeptical of Tua. Tua was tough yesterday. Played well. Was not overwhelming.
Yep.
I mean, he threw out the ball 18 times, I think. Threw for 180 yards.
It wasn't overwhelming.
Played well. What was most impressive about Miami far and away was that defense. And that's what, if that defense is above average, we know the offense should be pretty good.
You're saying the standout for the Dolphins is their defense?
Yesterday it was. No question about it.
How come they couldn't get off the field?
Well, that's the old bend, not break. They gave up a ton of yards. You had the Bills 21 points.
Yeah.
The Bills been, you know what I mean, going up and down the field on everybody.
No, that's true.
Miami forced some turnovers. First and goal from the 2. They hold them to nothing. I thought Miami's defense is what jumped out to me.
Okay.
And it makes you reevaluate them, because if Tua can just be adequate with those skill position guys If the defense all of a sudden is above average, now you're cooking with gas. Now you're actually working with something. Now, do I think because they're undefeated, Miami and Philly are the two best teams in football? I don't.
Okay.
That's why we do tiers or power rankings, not standings. There's going to be a lot of people who do power rankings and they put Miami and Philly at the top this week because they're undefeated. If you're just going to do it by record, then just call them standings. You got to have, I still think the Chiefs and the Bills are the two best teams in the league. I still think the Bills, I think the Bills are better than the Dolphins. I know the Dolphins just won. I think the Bills are better than them. But the fact that the Dolphins were able to win that game that way, not 38-35, where it's just the rookie safeties and corners can't do anything with Waddle and Hill. Hill didn't do anything. And the Dolphins won. It's a super impressive victory for them.
Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to get more from the show and make sure to click the bell to get notified every time new content drops. Check out full episodes of What's Right wherever you get your podcasts, or just click the link in the description below.